I had a late start today, but I was in, as I was getting dressed, you know how when you get dressed, you just be thinking different thoughts and stuff like that. And I had to check myself. What's up, Tina? And I had to check myself because I was just thinking about some stuff and going through some stuff in my mind, and I wanted to share it with you. So as I was getting dressed today, and again, I had a late start today, I was thinking about somebody who's really a close friend with me, right? They're a close friend, and I seen them not too long ago. And I was wondering, like, a couple of people said, I think this person is on drugs, right? I thought that thought too. We all think that this person is on drugs, or they look to, or they appear to be on drugs. And so I was just thinking to myself, I was like, I'm going to ask her cousin, because her cousin may know if she's on drugs or not. And then I thought to myself, well, what will be the purpose? Like, how does it serve you to ask if this person's on drugs? And then in my mind, I'm having this whole conversation in my mind, y'all. I'm having this whole conversation in my mind. I said, what would it serve you to know if this person's on drugs or not? Then I said to myself, well, you could pray for her. If you know she's on drugs, you could pray for her. And then I said to myself, well, you can pray for her whether you know that she's on drugs or not. And so I just wanted to share it with you because there's so many times that we will we'll get into something. I know my husband told me a long time ago. He told me a long time ago, and this has always stuck with me. He said, don't ask no questions if you ain't willing to help. Don't ask no questions if you ain't willing to help. So sometimes people will come to me, and I know I don't have the time or the capacity to help somebody through their problems. So if they say something to me, I try to keep my comments limited unless there's some type of advice or something that I can do to help them. But really, Warren, I told you I was going live. Oh my gosh, my son. Anyway, what purposes? So I try not to ask. I try not to get in anybody's business if I have no means to try to help in any kind of way. And so in having this conversation with myself today, I said, well, what can I do to help? Absolutely nothing. There's nothing that I could do to help this person if they are in a bad way. So why do you want to know? For my own curiosity. So what is that going to do? How is that going to edify you, Constance Carter, if you knew that this person was having some kind of problem? Are you going to do something? Are you going to extend a hand? No, I'm going to pray for them. Okay, so then you can pray for them whether you know for sure or you don't know for sure. So that's what I'm going to do. So I said that to say so many times we will want to know something just for the sake of knowing, to satisfy our curiosity, or so that we can tell somebody else, or we can say, oh, I knew it, or it can confirm something, or just to be gossiping. And if that doesn't serve or help anybody else, then why in the hell are we doing it? We have to get away from being on the sidelines and observing and talking down and tearing down, because we have to learn how to speak life. This shirt I have one of my shirts, one of my conversation tees, it says, speak life, your words are prophetic. And if you can speak, or if you could do, or if you can enhance somebody's life. I said the other day, the best thing that you can do for me is pray for me. And I mean that. And so we got to get out of this gossiping or trying to understand or know somebody else's business if it does not serve us. And that was just a lesson for me. I had to check myself because it did not serve me. Me knowing if somebody is on drugs or what's going on in their life, and I am not going to enhance their life in any way, it does not serve me. So that's a learning. I'm 43 years old and I'm still learning. And, as we grow in our lives, we just have to remember to do things that edify, not to tear down, to speak life over somebody's life. If we suspect that there's something going on in somebody's life, pray for them. Just get on your knees and pray for them. That's the best thing in the world that you can do for them. What good is it to you to know if somebody's in a bad way unless you are willing to help? And if you don't know for sure, just pray for them anyway. Just pray anyway. That's all I got. Thank you guys for joining me. I just wanted to say that real quick because it was on my heart and it was on my mind. I had to check my own self. All right. Take care and God bless. Peace out.